You were born into one country, handed one passport, and told that's where you belong. The ultra-rich were handed the same thing, and then they bought their way out of it. Legally, quietly, and at a scale most people can't imagine. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why. I'm Elias, and what I'm about to walk you through isn't a conspiracy theory. It's not a loophole that's about to get closed. It's a system that has been running quietly in the background for decades, and the people using it don't talk about it because they don't need to. 150,000 wealthy Americans left the United States in 2025 alone. Not for vacation, not for a work assignment. They restructured their entire lives around a single idea: that tying your wealth to one government is one of the most dangerous financial mistakes you can make. And right now, in 2026, that number is accelerating. Here's where it gets interesting. This isn't panic. This is strategy. Let me show you how the ultra-rich actually think about citizenship. You and I were taught that a passport is an identity document. It's what you use to cross a border, board a plane, prove who you are. That's it. The ultra-rich see it completely differently. To them, a passport is a contract between you and a government. And like any contract, if the terms stop working in your favor, you find a better one. They even have a name for it. They call it the single point of failure. Think about it like this. If all your money is in one bank and that bank collapses, you lose everything. That's a single point of failure. Now apply that same logic to your citizenship. If all your wealth, all your assets, all your legal protections are tied to one government, and that government decides to change the rules, you have no backup. No alternative, no exit. The ultra-rich solved this problem a long time ago. They stopped treating citizenship as an identity and started treating it as a portfolio. But here's the catch. This portfolio isn't just about having a second passport in a drawer somewhere. There's a very specific reason they're collecting them right now, in 2026, at a rate we've never seen before. Here's what's actually happening. In California right now, there's a proposed billionaire tax, a one-time 5% levy on accumulated wealth for the ultra-rich. New York is targeting luxury properties valued over $5 million with its own new tax, and the wealthy are paying attention. The California Legislative Analyst's Office estimated this could trigger a net negative revenue impact of $25 billion, because the people they're trying to tax are already leaving before the deadline hits. This is the pattern. Every time a government tightens its grip on wealth, the people with enough money simply move it, or move themselves. But here's what they don't know. Most people think moving countries means giving up your life. For the ultra-rich, it means upgrading it. There is an entire industry built around selling citizenship, legal, regulated, and growing fast. It works like this. Certain countries offer what's called citizenship by investment, CBI programs. You invest a set amount into their economy, and in return, you get a passport, a real one, with full rights. And the price range might surprise you. At the entry level, you have places like Nauru and Sao Tome, programs starting at $90,000. For under six figures, you can hold a second passport from a sovereign nation. Move up the ladder, and you have St. Kitts and Nevis at $250,000, the oldest program in the world. Grenada at $270,000. Portugal at 250,000 euros. At the top end, Malta offers full European Union access for around 738,000 euros. Austria will grant you citizenship for a contribution of 3 million euros. But what you get is access to the entire EU and all the legal protections that come with it. The UAE sits in a category of its own: residency through investment, 0% personal income tax on global earnings. Zero. This is a marketplace. And like any marketplace, the product is priced by what it delivers. Now here's the game changer, and this is the detail most people never hear about. Some of these passports don't just give you a place to escape to, they give you a back door back into the United States, on completely different terms. Here's how it works. Grenada has a special trade treaty with the US called the E2 Investor Visa Treaty. Most countries don't have this. So a wealthy American acquires a Grenadian passport through investment. They then renounce their US citizenship, which triggers a tax settlement on exit. But once that's done, they apply for an E2 visa using their new Grenadian passport and re-enter the US as a foreign investor. They can still manage their US businesses, still spend time in the country, but they are no longer subject to US taxation on their global income, as long as they stay under a certain number of days per year on US soil. Let that sink in. They used a $270,000 Caribbean passport to legally restructure their relationship with the most powerful tax authority in the world. This is not a crime. This is chess. At this point, you might be wondering why this matters to you. You're not a billionaire. You're not moving to Grenada. Here's why it matters. The system you were born into was designed with one assumption: that you would stay, that you wouldn't have options, that the rules applied to you because you had no choice but to accept them. The ultra-rich broke that assumption, not by cheating, by understanding something fundamental, that nation-states are competing for capital, and capital moves to wherever it is treated best. 33% of US millionaires surveyed earlier this year said they are more likely to leave the country than they were before the last election cycle. That number is climbing. What they're building isn't disloyalty, it's optionality. And optionality, the ability to choose, is the most expensive thing in the world. The ultra-rich have spent decades buying it. The rest of us were never told it was for sale. Your passport was never just a travel document. It was always a contract. The question is, are you getting a good deal? If this opened your eyes, hit like and subscribe. It tells me you want more of this, and it helps this channel reach the people who need to hear it. And if you haven't watched the last video, we broke down the hidden bank accounts the ultra-rich use that most people aren't even allowed to open. That one is worth your time. Link is right there. I'm Elias. I'll see you in the next one.